So to finish that thought, you want to go straight perpendicular to the bridge rather than straight across the river. Um, if you, after you go through the bridge, you want to move right as quickly as you can, because again, boats coming downstream have a tendency to aim for the bridge and to come too close to the center line. Plus, you've got a lot of boats lining up to do pieces here. Remember the rule, always pass to the center of the river. If boats are wind off here, listen to your coach. Your coach will make a decision on whether we're going to stop and we'll let them go first, or we'll go around them to the dead spot, to a dead area in the river off to the right. Again, it's a good idea to look at a map of the river as we talk. You can see and follow our progress. You can see off to the right after we get around this turn. Not yet, but after we get around the turn, there's a lot of dead water. If you were doing a straight line piece here, it would take you pretty much to the wrong side of the river, or at best, straight down the center. Boats do that in both directions. You just need to be aware. So the dead water, the place to get out of the way, is to our right. Also, boats coming up here and trying to make a straight line for the finish line of the head of the Charles will be out toward the center and frequently wane off immediately after the finish line. So, general coxing tips: after you get the hang of it, you're trying to rudder as little as possible. You're trying to avoid going to full rudder at any time. If you're doing the pick drill, it never helps to add in a person to rowing on one side to make the boat turn, because it's just as likely that they'll offset the boat. So if you're in a 4 and you've got stern pair rowing, adding in bow to turn it will not help, because the boat will be as down to starboard as the force they have. Alright, so we just passed the finish line of the head of the Charles. If you are going upstream, be aware that people wane off and stop in some places, and a lot of them just spin, so you may be able to get around close to shore, depending on what your coach says. Don't ever pass a boat close to shore unless it's plainly obvious that they're spinning or stopped or out of the way. When in doubt, let your coach make the call, and don't pass to this right-hand side. The real danger of this is that the slow boats are pushed out toward the center. So this is, again, a huge turn to the right. So as you finish that straightaway, you want to move out away from the turn so you can start the turn early again. It's very easy to end up on the wrong side of the river here, just about right where our launch is. Very easy to end up way too far from shore after the turn. It's all about moving away from the turn so that you can start it early and be close to shore after the turn. So again, it helps me to picture the course the boat you want the boat to travel from above, and imagine it played in reverse. Imagine the line you want the boat to be, where you want the boat to be after the turn, and how to get there. Boats only turn a certain amount. Once you start to get a feel for how much they turn, you know how early you need to start the turn. Again, here there's plenty of room off to the right to wane off. Understand that a lot of boats wane off close to shore and are coached close to shore. The only danger here is 1 or 2 trees sticking out. Besides that, it's entirely safe to stop close to shore. The danger here comes from boats, again, being too close to the center line and seeing the next bridge right here and steering right for it. If you steer right for the bridge, you're on the wrong side of the river. You've got to stay wide. You've got to resist the urge to steer for the bridge. The next danger coming up is being too close to shoreline just before the bridge. It's shallow, it's narrow, and from here you can see how it's completely not in a straight line with the bridge. If you go straight next to shore, you're going the wrong way to get through the bridge, in a straight line. You're going to have to make a big turn under the bridge. Right now your point is the red light or the center arch, the center support. That's where you want to be aimed. You don't want to be aimed any to the right of that for now.